A great many things have happened since we saw each other last. City Hall gets a little greener, local residents help make the city a little cleaner, our mayor gives his State of the City address, health, safety and pets are not the only reason we celebrate this year, and a White House cabinet member speaks to a local high school. These stories and more coming your way as Lawndale Living begins right now. Hello and welcome to Lawndale Living, the show that features everything Lawndale. I'm your host, Anita Callett-Berry. Well, it's official. We've moved. Lawndale City staff has completed the first step in the development of the new community center construction project by relocating the cable television office and studio to the former Lawndale Library building. Our old facility will soon be bulldozed to make room for the new 29,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility. And the city is also working to ensure that the new facility meets environmentally responsible building requirements for LEED Silver certification. However, that is not the only green news. The City of Lawndale's green team has been working hard to make the city more environmentally friendly too. Recently, the team planted some new environmentally sensitive palm trees in the city's west parking lot.
What exactly are we doing today?
Well, today we're celebrating Earth Day by planting a couple of trees over here by City Hall in an area that needs some trees.
Our mission is to make the city more green, more energy efficient, employees, and also educate community members, businesses, and schools within the area.
So we're actually writing articles for a periodical called One Man's Trash, and it's really a newsletter to get people, interested in recycling. It tells them how to recycle, what to recycle. My company's been hired by the city to help with their solid waste, their trash, and recycling issues. And we want to just come out here and participate in Earth Day event, planting a tree.
1, 2, 3. Part of the green team, we have members from each department, and we gather about once a month or so, and we basically just kind of brainstorm and try to implement practices in the city that will make us more green. Yeah. We also want to take those practices and implement them into our own daily lives.
You can find out lots of great local green information by going to www.lawndalecity.org and clicking on the green icon in the right-hand column. The city held its annual Youth Day parade, and residents came out in force to celebrate our community. The parade started in the 1950s when the Lawndale Chamber of Commerce started its annual Pirate Days festival, and in keeping with the city's 50th anniversary, the theme of the parade was Pirate Days as well.
A lot of people enjoy it, so that's the name of the game here.
It's weather's perfect and a lot of people out here and they're all in a good mood.
It's great to be here to celebrate with the kids. It's a great day here in Lawndale. Good to be here.
Lovely turnout with all the Lawndale residents and all the youth who are participating today, so I'm honored to be here.
Lawndale really showed up today. This is wonderful.
Happy Pirate Days, everybody.
If you'd like to find out more about the Youth Day Parade or maybe how your group can become involved, you can call the Community Services Department at area code 310-973-3270. And if you're interested in helping out in your community, what better way than by helping to stop graffiti? Graffiti costs the city more than $150,000 a year. Lawndale residents recently helped the city fight graffiti at the recent graffiti wipeout.
The city has taken a strong approach to combating graffiti. We created the Graffiti Wipeout Day to get the community involved and for the community members to go out and actually remove some of the graffiti around the city.
It's a plight on the city itself, but it actually makes the city look infested with graffiti. This also causes people not to want to shop or do business in the city. And it reduces the revenue coming into the city.
We also have some painting that we've been doing. We've been painting vines on the walls to prevent graffiti. We've also been painting to remove graffiti. There's also a lot of opportunities for people to help us remove graffiti. If you just report it to the city's graffiti hotline, then we can get rid of it as quick as possible, which prevents future graffiti.
Be a good witness. You don't have to be involved to be a good witness. You can stay where you're at, just pick up the phone, give us a call. You can remain anonymous and give us a good description of what's going on. Give us a good description of the individual committing the graffiti.
If you see graffiti, you can report it anonymously on the city's graffiti hotline at area code 310-973-3264. And if you see someone doing graffiti in progress, do not approach them. Instead, you can call the LA County Sheriff's Department at area code 310-219-2750. The city recently held its annual Memorial Day remembrance at City Hall. Many residents and several dignitaries were on hand to pay their respects to the men and women who gave their lives in service of our country.
This isn't just a day out of school, a day off of work. This is a day to honor those people that have given the supreme sacrifice of their life so we might enjoy the freedom that we enjoy today.
For those of us that have served and seen it happen, it's hard. There's not one day that goes by when you don't remember it. But at the same time, when you look at kids, you're grateful because at least you know that they're safe.
Winston Churchill said, "Never in the course of human endeavor have so many owed so much to so few."
When we think about all the freedoms that we have, the right to bear arms, the freedom of speech, the freedom to protest, we have to thank a veteran, because without them, we wouldn't have those abilities and privileges here in this country. So God bless America.
For hundreds of years, patriotic men and women have volunteered their lives to serve in our military because they deeply believe in the ideals the United States stand for: peace, liberty, freedom, and justice for all.
It is right to honor and thank those heroes and thank God for the blessings and freedom we are enjoying today.
We'd like to not only thank all those who served in the military, but also the courageous men and women who serve in our law enforcement and fire departments. Their sacrifices make it possible for all of us to enjoy our lives and our freedom. The Lawndale Chamber of Commerce recently hosted the Lawndale State of the City event at the Lawndale County Library. Mayor Harold Hoffman was the featured guest, and he spoke about the challenges in Lawndale's future.
In Lawndale, we've had a balanced budget the past 2 years without cutting any positions or programs. That's right. We've been very fortunate. The opening of the library and Hopper Park are two significant accomplishments over the past couple of years. Another important project that is moving forward, and the biggest one of the bunch, and I know what you're thinking, it is going to be this community center right across the street here. My city council colleagues and I know that the community center has a great shortage of recreational spaces, and the new community center will help address that. And for the future, we're working hard to make it better and more well-rounded community. All of you in the Chamber of Commerce and the rest of you who so ably serve our community help make that happen every day. So please join me in being thankful that we live and work in beautiful Lawndale. Look what we have this morning. The place that I'm proud to call my hometown. Thank you all very much for listening.
We'd like to thank the Lawndale Chamber of Commerce for their generosity and support in making this important event possible. The city recently celebrated the 50th anniversary of the city at the Health and Safety Fiesta, featuring the Pet Fair at Rogers Anderson Park. Many residents took advantage of the free or low-cost health screenings, as well as pet checkups and licensing. But as you will see, lots of folks just wanted to enjoy the day with their pets.
We're having the health and safety feature the pet fair, and the pet fair here is to get your dog's license. Basically, if your dog gets lost, we can track the owner out and keep a rabies track for the state, and also just get to know the residents and whoever else wants to show up.
When you have a 50th birthday, I mean, it's something you celebrate, and this is our 50th anniversary. But I think what I'm really impressed with is the animals that will come here. People bring their animals and have them have their shots taken care of, their licensing taken care of.
Free screening. They have eye screenings, vision. They have hearing screenings, glucose checks, high blood pressure.
We'd like to congratulate the city on their 50th anniversary and look forward to the next 50 years. Environmental Charter High School seniors have a bright future to look forward to, with more than 90% of them being accepted into a university. This accomplishment is so impressive that the President of the United States dispatched his Labor Secretary Hilda Solis to speak at the ECHS graduation ceremony.
Your school exemplifies what a quality education is all about. Being at this school is no joke. For the moment you set foot on the campus, there were many expectations of you.
Well, our school is different, and our culture is different. It doesn't feel like a school, it feels more like a home. And we don't feel like we're learning in class because the learning is engaging, because we do experiential education. It's different. It's not a school. It's, I don't know, but it's not a school.
In order to graduate, students had to have applied to be admitted to a four-year university. It's mandatory for you to complete a 10-page college-level thesis. You must be involved with your community and participate in environmental initiatives like the Green Movement, and so much more you had to comply with before receiving your diploma. Class of 2010, you're putting the name of your school on the national map, not just here in your hometown, but nationally. So congratulations again.
Our mission is to inspire you to discover your own sense of purpose, to equip you with the knowledge and skills to graduate from college, and to empower you to become quality stewards of your community and the world.
And as we deal with issues, as we dealt with today, with dealing with renewable portfolio standards on how we're going to get to a green economy and a green power source, it's going to be young folks like that who are going to be building a smart grid and bringing forth the technology to make that a reality.
And if there were more schools in the county of Los Angeles and the state of California and the United States of America like ECH, we would have a nation that we could be proud of in ways that we have never imagined before. We ought to give this school another round of applause for what they are doing.
This is not the end, but the beginning of a new life, of the hope of independence, the hope of forging for ourselves, moving on into the world, making a difference, pushing forward, or even just building a home. I want all of you to do one more thing for me, though. Don't forget the memories you have made at Environmental Charter High School. I know I won't forget them. They will forever be embedded into my mind and into my heart.
Graduates, you may now turn your tassel. Congratulations, Environmental Charter High School's graduating class of 2010.
We salute the staff and students in Environmental Charter High School's efforts to become one of the nation's top high schools by leading the way in academic excellence and college placement. And now it's time to take a look at some of the great events and programs coming your way in the coming months with the Lawndale Living Community Calendar. Well, that about wraps it up for this edition of Lawndale Living. If you'd like to find out more about any of the programs you've seen on the show today, give us a call at area code 310-973-3200 or go to the city's website, www.lawndalecity.org. And if you have an idea for an upcoming episode of Lawndale Living, or if you have any questions, you can give Lawndale Community Television a call at area code 310-973-3259 or email us at channel22@lawndalecity.org. I'm your host, Anita Callett-Berry. We'll see you next time.